I'm stuck. Ciao nice people! Welcome to this new stream of Katawa Shoujo. And hello. I was struggling a little with Twitch because I was trying to add the ads with the stream intro, but I can't. I still hate how Twitch forces you to run ads. I don't want ads on my channel, but there's no way to remove them. Unfortunately, what's the option? Twitch, YouTube, ads everywhere. I don't know. When I will make the big money, I will create a streaming platform on my own. Yeah, sure. Of course. Hi Zoro. Hi Fado. She has no style, she has no grace, this girl has a funny face. She can't handstand when she wants to stretch her arm out just for you. There is a way to remove them, just sub. I cannot ask everyone to sub. Because I personally also don't like when streamers, usually the small ones, well, for different reasons, small ones and bigger ones ask people to sub. The middle ones can kinda get a free pass in the middle, because little ones, when they ask for subs, why? You like have 5 viewers. Why do you want just to ask people, 5 people to give you like $5-6 a month? You risk of making them run away. If I ask everyone in a kinda insistent way, hey, remember to sub, pay me, well, not really pay me, but in a more kind way. Still, some people don't really like that, so people might get scared away. Also, some small streamers can also have some sort of private chat for only subs. That also kinda limits the viewership. Because at the start you need new followers. Later you could ask for money when you have more followers. Then you can sponsorship your channel with everything you have. But when you don't have any, like, what do you do with 6 extra euros a month? What do you sponsor with that? Meanwhile, with big streamers, they don't need that much money to insist on subbing, right? Middle streamers kinda is the middle ground, which makes sense at least. Pay to enjoy. You need a sub incentive. Ooh. Actually, I like that. That's not really forced. I still don't like to seem greedy, but I could think about it. If you sub, you get to vote on the next series. Oh, that's a good idea. That means the Zoro and Fado probably have like from 30 to 60 series to choose from. I will get busy for like the next 10 years with every of your choices. Okay, we are here on Katawa Shoujo. We are going with the rinse route, and we are starting to get closer to her. Last time she was ill, and kinda in a illness state, she kissed us. And she said, I wish I will remember this tomorrow, because yeah, usually when you are ill, sometimes you forget what happens, so would be an interesting plot to have some sort of Schrödinger relationship. That's the title. Meaning that we don't know if she remembers that she gave us a kiss and kinda declared her love to us. Because I had an idea for a story. I don't know if it would be any use, but something in a similar way. You don't know if the relationship status is finalized with a girl or not, and you need to act wary around her, but I don't know, a pretty weird situation. It wasn't people, she was high on codeine. Well, she's always high, isn't she? By subbing, you either get the privilege to vote on the next poll or your vote would count more. Oh, okay, I like the idea. The problem is still, you know, we are having votes every Saturday for choosing the next game, but we kinda get 2 votes every time. So that only means that, well, we get nothing. We get 2 votes, nothing changes if 1 vote is sub or not. Oh, talking about that, let me check. Okay. I don't know, I feel like I need more people to vote before giving extra rules to voting. Okay, we can continue from the last time. So, last time yes, that was the scene with Rin. Oh wait, I'm forgetting something. Here, a little more on the right. Perfect. Okay. Here it's fine. Here. Okay. So again, last time we visited Rin in a room and she kinda gave us the keys in a illness drunk state. So we'll see. I had trouble sleeping last night, so the next morning finds me exceptionally groggy. I briefly considered skipping class, but remind myself that I was supposed to be a stronger person now. I don't know how you do it. Congratulations. I get up like a good boy and put my uniform. Then make my way to the main school building without eating breakfast. How do you not even eat breakfast? I would sleep on the desk if I was him. I sit in my classroom 3-3, waving a greeting to Misha and Shizune like I do every morning, and let the day wash over me. You don't need more power. I need more power, actually. He doesn't, though. The legend of getting up at reasonable time, a major test of strength. Last 2 days I failed a lot at that. Like, well, let's not talk about it. Yeah, I'm trying to get up early, but that's hard, okay? I'm getting too much relaxed after completing the last university exam. I should be relaxed, but not that relaxed. The afternoon classes are always longer than those in the morning. This is true regardless of whether I count it by the minute or by the number of doodles drawn in my notebook. Today, I'm especially distracted, as I keep thinking about Rin. Did I manage to properly tell her that I want to get better? Did she understand a word of what I was saying? I think about the kiss we shared, and what it means. She was so out of her mind. She's, like, always like that? Maybe it means nothing, but we've been getting closer lately. What does that mean? I think about Rin more and more nowadays. I wonder if she thinks about me. And she probably thinks about the clouds again. The ringing bells makes me flinch, and I realize I haven't been paying attention during the latter half of class at all. I look at the assortment of sketches traveling up and down the margins of my notebook. The only thing I got done in the last hours. I wonder, is that common to draw sketches in the school notebook if you are bored? Because I didn't draw sketches, but yeah, I did something else. I thought about developing games. So maybe depends from person to person, I suppose. More artist-inclined persons probably would draw more sketches. I personally thought about the games I was making. At the period, it was the Anagram game. And to
to the upper down, maybe? I'm not sure. I was mainly taking notes of... I mainly remember taking notes of the anagram game. And there was a month where in class I only took notes of the Julia Gatta Castor game. Because I had a deadline of 1 month. I did it all the time. I drew more to-dos than notes in my whole school life. Well, I think I almost took more notes while asleep than while I was awake. I had a mysterious technique of taking notes while sleeping. I mastered it. I couldn't read it later, but still. At least it seemed like I was taking notes. Feeling vaguely disappointed in myself, I pack up and get to the hallway. Rin! I don't know, makes me laugh seeing Rin standing with a poker face in the middle of the corridor, hallway. Rin is standing right outside the door, her presence stopping me in my tracks as soon as I spot her. Her posture is relaxed as always, but I suddenly feel like I just ate a crowbar. Why a crowbar? I'm having a hard time meeting her gaze. She doesn't seem to have any trouble looking at me, but those dark eyes are making me feel flustered for no reason. Oh, you're in love. I had to look straight at her, so I turned my face away a little. I don't know what one should say in this kind of situation. Like, hello Rin, nice to see you. Are you feeling better? I don't know. Then again, I rarely know what to say to Rin in any given situation. You make a point. Hi? Hello. I try to get rid of the awkwardness of my voice and invoke a more natural way of speaking. I suddenly worry about where I should put my hands. Feels like they are in the way somehow. No! Yeah. I never thought about that. Yeah, normally when I speak, sometimes I don't know how to keep my hands like on the sides, crossed arms, lower the body, in my pockets. But with Rin, where she doesn't have hands, you feel like, I don't know, that you're making her uncomfortable if you keep your hands in a specific way. So it's even more awkward. How are you feeling? You were pretty out of it yesterday. I'm okay. What do you mean yesterday? So she doesn't remember? We went to a room. You don't remember? What's this face? What's this face? Wow. No wait, it's She tilts her head to the side like a bird, looking somewhat confused. Wait, they also have the Rin expression on Twitch, awesome. Remember what? I have a pretty bad memory. About yesterday. What about yesterday? I came to see you and I don't remember that kind of thing happening. She really doesn't remember? I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I feel disheartened all the same. I remember that I promised to show you one place though. Did that happen for real? Yeah, the place with the trees maybe? Or that's another one? She's getting more and more similar to the artwork. Ah, the drawing. I don't remember how it went though, but I hope she doesn't become a sketch. Maybe I just think that I remember that and I really don't. No, that was real too. Okay, do you want to go? Now? Oh yeah. I love how she takes the expression like she's stating it as a matter of fact. Yeah, now. When then? Next year? Become a sketch? Isn't that a latest Prince reference? Oh, I really want to play that game. I saw it around all the time. Wait, not all the time.
There was a period. Why not? Is it far? It is not. Together, we walked downstairs and then outside. The usual summer day. Whirring cicadas and all greets us. What's greering? Let me check. Whirring. I suppose that's the sound that I make, right? Yeah, to make a loud continuous regular sound. Noisy. Okay, awesome. Thanks. We take a screenshot. Okay. It's immensely hot. Wait. Should I, like... I'm taking a screenshot, why not? We could use it later. And without the air conditioning the classroom offer, I start sweating immensely. Immediately. Immense. Big, large. No, I know what immense is, I know. Like, you could take the screenshot of that part, immensely hot, and use it somewhere. I don't know, I had that thought. We start along the tree-lined pathway that leads towards the dorms. The cherry trees offer shade, with the sunlight blinking through the holes in the canopy. The light creates a chaotic pattern of shadows, dappled with bright places where the beams hit the pavement. Dappled, I suppose, means it's full of places, right? Dappled. Let's see. Dappled is marked with spots or rounded patches. Okay, not the same thing, but yeah, that had a lot of okay, a lot of holes. Interesting. Rin's eyes are wandering in every direction but mine. I get the feeling that it's intentional. She leads me to the back gate once again, taking us through it and into the forest beyond. As before, the dropping temperature and the drastically reduced levels of light make it feel like the forest is swallowing us into its cavernous belly. Did we get... No, which was... No, it was the other game, right? I feel like we are getting too much war references in those games recently. I'm sorry, it's too late. Too late. There was a... it was 7 Max. It was 7 Max, yeah. I was trying to remember the rat scene, yeah. He did! Oh no! Too late, I'm sorry. Should we, like, count? Better not count, maybe. Better not count. We head uphill along the same path as the last time, shaking around trees and boulders, over roots and rocks, past wild undergrowth. Birds sing somewhere in the woods, soloist from the humming background music of the treetops. Wait, like you hear this music. You can hear the background music. This one. We go past a small clearing with a big maple that is now called the Worry Tree. The climb steepens, then becomes easier again. I have to stop a few times to catch my breath, then hurry after Rin who doesn't stop to wait for me. Soon I'm out of breath again. Oh, new image. Suddenly the trees end, and we emerge from the forest. The boundary of the woods is sharp and abrupt, as though a line has been drawn to mark it. The hill continues to climb up a little further ahead, but from here to the top it's a rocky meadow, no! Patches of grass and small bushes that look like they are growing straight from the rock. Aww. We soon reach the highest point, with the forest behind us and the view to every direction opening in front of our eyes. The city lies far below and away, lazily reveling in the quiet afternoon mood. Wait, reveling is being lazy? Reveling. Enjoying oneself in a lively and noisy way. Okay. not really getting lazy. Kinda. Very kinda. Enjoying. Okay, thanks. As well, some of those may be familiar, but I'm checking later. You can see pretty far from here, and the vista is beautiful, like windows. I wonder how high up we are. I breathe the fresh air and feel my heart rate slowly going back down. I think I might have overdone it a bit. A higher pulse is dangerous for me. I'm feeling fine right now, though. The wind picks up, ruffling my hair and causing the trees below us to sway. Makes the grass undulate in waves as the breeze sweeps across the hilltop. Sun shines. Are you about to talk now, or we only have descriptions here? Sun shines from the open skies upon us, a few clouds passing by to shadow it. What was painful heat before, it's now gentle warmth. I take a good look around. The hilltop is pretty in the way nature often is. Unplanned harmony found in the natural arrangement of things. Wait, what was the hilltop? No, I know what the hilltop is, like the top of the hill. Like, there's a thing. I remember there was a name. It was also used as a name. Hilltop Academy, maybe? No, never mind. I got something in my mind randomly. The most striking feature is the abundance of small yellow flowers. They are literally everywhere in this small meadow. I can't help commenting on it. The hot wind blowing, dust settles on my face. What is that? Wow, a lot of flowers. Yeah, perfect flirting technique, I know. You know how to open a discussion, right? Well, with Rin actually talking about flowers may be a good conversion starters. Knowing how Rin is. With the gear rising. Do you do it on purpose? Or is the game doing it on purpose? What if the game is a subtle, very long Metal Gear reference then? Yeah, do you know this kind? They will fly away. Yeah, dandelions. There are not many of them at the school, because they cut the grass so often. Nobody cuts grass up there. The fragile-looking flowers will soon turn white and fluffy, like cotton, and the wind will carry their seeds away. We also have a dandelion zoom, awesome. I crouch down to look at one tiny yellow flower, silently basking in the sunlight. There's not a hint of white yet, so it's still waiting for its time to be fulfilled. I brush my fingers against the delicate yellow petals. Feel the soft texture in my fingertips. I feel nostalgic somehow. I hear Rin approaching from behind and stands back up to face her. Now I remember though, the Top Hill Academy was like a parody game, a bad game developed by a random visual novel developer I found on Twitter. I don't know, that came to mind randomly. She has a weird look on her face. Something in your mind? I don't know, it's just... You just look so sad all the time because upset and become upset so easily, and it makes me confused and really I don't remember much about yesterday except that you came to my room. That's why it might be because of me, so it's because of me. I think that I know why. It's because people don't really like talking to me, and you might be the same and that would be said. I know people, I'm talking about others, and Amy too always say I'm strange and that I talk strange things, so I don't think I try not to say strange things, but that just makes me think more and new and strange and colorful, and that was not good word, but maybe you understand anyway the odd things. So if I want to say something I don't really know how to, and then the words are not the same as the thoughts because something goes wrong on the way on out, and it's not like the thoughts are really one thing, so I shouldn't be saying it's more like the idea of the thought of the feeling of the idea or the idea of the feeling, but it's not really any of those either, because there is no word for it unless I invent a new one, which is not really useful. So I've been thinking if doing things is better than saying. So maybe because yesterday I took those pills and I was feeling a little strange, I might have done something that I shouldn't. Besides, I don't even think if you would be any better if I just could say that the thoughts, there is no telepathy, that's real telepathy isn't there. I think it's terrible and useful at the same time, but right now I wouldn't mind being misunderstanding, so it's easy to understand. It's not and I thought I grasped her shoulder and squeezed hard to make her stop. What the fuck are you talking about? Please stop talking, your text box is crashing me. Oh, that was funny. It was a little weird because it never happens to a full text box of dialogue, but it was funny. Is it a Kuma no Gakko reference? Wait, I forgot. Did something like this happen? I don't have the capacity to take all that in all at once. Rin shuts up instantly. Take a breath. I'm not upset. Why would I be? I'm just a little confused, but it's alright. The kick is strong. I tapped on a long text box. I forgot. Yeah, maybe. I don't remember how it was shown. I wonder if I was making a face she doesn't like again. I guess I've been thinking about yesterday all the time. Maybe I looked weird. I wish I had a mirror with me at all times. No need to go to get it all said at once. I listen, even if you talk slower. It just came out. Sorry, I'm okay now. I just wanted to say something. Something? That's not something, that's everything! I didn't mean to that much. Ah, it's many. Okay, I get it. A lot of text boxes. No, I thought you were referencing like a scene where text box covers the entire screen. It's weird, isn't it? She looks at me with a surprisingly timid expression, one that I haven't seen before. I can't help but laugh a little. Yeah, it's weird. You're a pretty weird person, but there's nothing wrong with that. Thanks for being worried about me, but I'm going to get better. I told you that yesterday, but I guess you don't remember that either. I don't. I wonder what else I forgot. Hopefully nothing important like my own name. That would be terrible. Well, you kissed me. You need to be more delicate. I did? Yeah, you did. On the lips. I try to sound as matter of fact as I can, but I worry that I might be blushing again. Did you kick me? No, that was for the hugs. No, why would I do that? Then it's all good, right? It's okay, right? I didn't forget my name. He said I was drunk, but... Yeah, it's okay. Did I read this one? What's about the forgotten name? Wait, let me guess. Metal Gear Solid. Or the other one. It's all good, right? Okay, right, I didn't forget my name. I wish I was more suave, so that I could come up with a better follow-up to that, but nothing comes to mind. It's a good thing that Rain has more to say. Makes me feel relieved somehow. I think I should say sorry. I'm really bad with people. Suave meant. Some things are hard to understand, like jellyfish. Do you understand jellyfish? I don't talk jellyfish, so no. I guess not. People are like jellyfish to me. I don't understand. Now it's her turn to make a face I don't really like seeing. I never really had friends. What question there? Okay, so we got to know Rin for like 1 month. she knew Amy for longer, but maybe now we are closer to her. Mood, no. I'd go with the first. Well, I personally would also choose the first because she knows Amy for longer and also I don't sound too exaggerate or too self-centered. Still though, we are now clearly doing friend things. Right. Because I remember that she started to frequent Amy after they put them together because they liked how they complemented each other. So maybe... No, but they are still friends, so I don't know. Second one is out of friends. Oh, you're... Okay, never mind, you're right. The first one it is. What about Amy? She paused for a while, as if having to consider the possibility came unexpected to her. Amy takes care of me, I don't really know why. But I can't really talk to her. Not in that way. It's like her head is made of soap, foam and marshmallows. Or maybe it's just me. I like her though. She's really nice, isn't she? Oh yeah. Wait, this music is... familiar. Gives some sort of... Wait, we heard this last... We commented on this music last time, right? It's a mix between Undertale Waterfalls and there's also something of the Sayonara theme from Doki Doki. I want to be your friend too. I'll listen to you if you want to talk. If you don't, I can just sit quietly next to you. And I want to tell you about what I think too. It goes both ways. We should definitely be friends. It's really nice of you to say that. I've always been able to tell everything to pencils and pens and paper. They are my best friends. It's harder with people. I have to use words. That is hard to me. Never mind, they did friend zone himself anyways. Well, we can go out of the friend zone, I don't know. With Rin everything is possible. Mood again? Why talking is that hard? Yeah, you told me about how you forget. Rin nods about me wordlessly, and I dare to attempt showing her a little encouraging smile. I hope I do it properly. She doesn't reply in any way. I feel really glad. The distance Rin puts between herself and everything else has made me feel really uneasy, ever since I met her. If we become real friends, I'm sure I could understand her more. I'm sure that this way we can close the gap of understanding between us. My thoughts don't transmit to Rin. She seems lost deep in thought, wandering amidst the sea of yellow flowers covering the grassy hilltop. It's just as well. Oh, they stayed here for the entire evening. Time passes. The breeze making the taller grass sway gently in time with the wind. Rin hums a little song to herself, so quietly that I can't really tell what it is. If it's even anything at all. A stronger gust sweeps over the hilltop. Oh, fun fact actually. I recently I'm humming one music, and that's the music from that gacha game Hides Reverb. I also linked it on, on Discord. I don't remember it now, but because there's other music. Still, that music haunts my dreams now. It really caught my attention. I check my watch. More out of habit more than anything else. It's 4:30 right now, on this Saturday afternoon. Rin looks into the distant horizon, with that odd blank stare of hers, as if she were looking at nothing at all. Her pupils are dark and quiet, like a pair of deep, still ponds. You are going to become better, right? Sure. Me too, you know. I'm going to talk to that friend of the teacher and ask her to put my stuff in her place and work hard to get all that done. I decided that just now, you know, but I think I knew it all along. I have had this feeling for a long time now that I'm going to change. Even if I hate it and I don't want it, even if I wanted to, I would change. Like, I'm not enough the way I am. I think this could be a good way to do it because it's like a straight line. Like I've learned all the things in my life so far just for this. It's just art, and it's the only thing I really know. I know what I'm going to do, so it's good. I'm not afraid at all. Even if she's afraid, she can become stronger. Okay, we bring out again the Akuma no Gakko. I feel like I always do. Is that weird? No, not at all. I close my eyes and give in to the irresistible sensation that has been growing inside me all week long. I float up towards the surface of my own life. The only thing I ever know. Why is everything a Metal Gear reference? It's worse than JoJo suddenly. The pressure of being underwater slowly diminishes. The weightless sensation becomes stronger. I break the surface of the water, lifting my head into the sunlight and inhale deeply. Because the meme's Jack. God darn it. Breathing in fresh air as if for the first time in a long, long while. And now you wake up in the hospital. My lungs fill with oxygen. I open my eyes to see Rin's peaceful, determined face. We walk down the slope carefully and slowly to avoid falling down. Rin in the lead and me with a few steps behind. Seems hard to Rin to move around the hill. Because if Rin trips, she cannot prepare for the impact on the ground. She cannot shield her from the impact. She needs to spin while falling to fall on the back, which is still not really pleasant, but better than falling on the head, on the face. So I don't know if Rin should move in places like this one. Rin surely can do this. Even if she can't, she's going to pull through. I am sure that I can keep my head above water too, from now on. The sun sets behind our backs, setting the world ablaze in its orange glow. I set the world ablaze! I'm sorry, my time to make the reference. It's on K-Star Rail. I keep watching the back of the red-headed girl descending the path a few steps ahead of me. If it's only this much, this distance between us is definitely within my reach. And we are getting to the next chapter. Here it is. Distance. Wait, what do you mean distance? I don't like the sound of the name. Oh, move to jump scare. I asked you a question, okay. Is I doing the finger? Oh yeah, that was like. Can we see it again or? Actually, we can. Here. Oh, you're right. I didn't notice it. And really, it's the pose of Venus of Milo, which is very fitting. Ah, wait, the Venus. The one on the shell. Ah, that I didn't recognize that. actually. That's pretty cool. Makes sense because they are in the art class. Not really. Well, the first one is not really a painting, but still art. The Venus of Milo has no arms. Wait. That's the one I was thinking about, or that's another one? Okay, no, it's still a statue. Okay, no, I was confusing with a painting. No arms, but because it was not for other reasons. It's a lot of overthinking. I feel like even Rin was doing some overthinking with all that expression. No, wait, maybe the whole screen of text wasn't overthinking, more like her trying to express, which is hard. I shake my head to fend off the deadness. The teacher is looking at me, as is everyone else in the class. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. That hurts to admit. What's the distance between... never mind. Different question. Why are you here in this class? Is this a philosophy class or to learn about physics? Yes, well, no, but that's the answer I wanted to hear. To acquire knowledge is the secondary reason for you being in the school. The primary one is to learn the rules of society, the norms and ethics that govern your everyday life. No, schools unfortunately don't do that, they just want you to learn about physics, geometry, and math. Would be useful if the school teached something more useful. Okay, some things may be useful, basic math is kinda essential. Also geography, story, a lot of things are useful, but yeah, literature, I don't, well, yeah, writing is important, but the history of literature, no one cares, let's be honest. So we could remove something from what you learn in school, right? Who cares about a depressed writer in the 80s that refused to be a lawyer to become a writer? Do I care? Do you care? Does anyone care? Please remove literature, history of literature from schools, please. Or at least you could read poems, but we don't care about the writer life, okay? It's like when I don't know. It's like when we made a quiz about video games. That we ask personal question like, what was the previous job of Hideo Kojima? Which maybe some people know, but of course I don't. That's kind of... Wait, no, I think that's a wrong example. Like, literature may be useful to, I don't know, understand writing, but not the history of it. Again, the right example is... It's like studying the history of Pythagoras, like what was Pythagoras' job when he was born, just to learn about the Pythagoras theorem. Some things are completely irrelevant. Expressing your thoughts alone is hard. Well, actually for this one I disagree. Expressing your thoughts not alone is harder. You don't come to school for the classes, you come to interact with the other people there. Your classmates who are your equals and the teachers who are your superiors. Well, yeah, in a point the school kinda lets you learn about treating the person with respect and to make friends also. So it has its use. You learn how to form social contacts and maintain them. In other words, how to be a part of society. The school itself is a microcosm of the entire society. That's an interesting way to put it. Locke was the one who realized that, you know. Locke, wait, that Locke was a philosopher. We didn't study that in school. Locke. Yeah, philosopher, okay. I remember that my teacher mentioned him, but we never studied Locke. School is not just a place for learning, and all of the kids your age, you guys should know that better than anyone else. Locke realized that after trying to use Phoenix to resurrect his girlfriend. Wait, really? What's the lore? He paused for a moment and let his eyes sweep over the class to see if the message sank in. At the very least, it shut everyone up and got them to focus on him, captivated either by his voice or the sudden change of topic from physics to philosophy of education. However, my class... Wait, maybe you're mentioning Locke from Final Fantasy... Was it 6? However, my classes, as you so aptly put, are a place for learning about physics. He points at me with a piece of chalk he's holding. So, no sleeping during class. Got it, Nakai? Yes, sir. From the corner of my eye, I catch Shizune's skull and Misha's belly contained giggle. I sink deeper into my seat. 6. 3. Depends on the point of view. On the region of view. There was a legend about my math teacher on my high school that he throw the chalk behind his back and hit in the face a student which was talking during lesson. We don't know if it's a myth or really happened. Shizune is angry, now you're really going to hear it from her. Oh wait, no. Well, I think like we forfeited the Shizune route now. Yeah, only now. After classes end, I'm the last one to leave the classroom. I close the door behind and quietly make my way to the art room. Oh hi? Club time passes in relative peace and quiet. I sit in my usual seat next to Rin, but she doesn't seem to be in a talkative mood. As always. She is even more distant than usual. If you have enough proficiency, you can dodge the chalk and gain guts point. Or if you have that passive from Final Fantasy Tactics, you can also grab the chalk midway and add it to your inventory. Or fire it back if you have the other reaction ability. Imagine the counter. Cha. Well, the sound when you throw the chalk is not really cha, it's more like chuck. Sounded better in my head. Actually happens in Persona games. What, dodging chalk during lessons? I hope so. Sounds pretty funny. Today we are going to draw a still life and get to choose from either a vase full of fake flowers or an arrangement of rocks, sticks and canvas. The teacher encourages us to gather around the preferred motif, emphasizing perspective, texture and lighting as the key points of this exercise. I look at Rin to see if she prefers one of the subjects over the other, but she just tilts her head, signifying nothing. The club members quickly shuffle their chairs around the classroom to get closer to either the vase or the clutter. Rin and I both pick the flower vase, but only one of us seems to do any work. She's ignoring Nomiya's assignment, just like she suddenly started ignoring me, and has begun doodling something idly with her foot, not really even looking at what she's drawing. Wait, that's kinda genius, or not really genius, more like convenient, because if during class you're like first row and you want to doodle something on your notebook, the teacher might notice you making doodles on your notebook. But if you use your feet, you can draw doodles below the desk, and the teacher will not notice that. That's pretty smart. Yeah, you still need to watch below the table, and the teacher might think you have a phone. I don't know how you could hold a phone without hands. Still. I try to catch her gaze, but she's looking out the window. It's making me uneasy.
Rin almost looks like she's asleep, with the way she's leaning back against the chair, with her legs resting easy on the desk. She's now completely given up on the drawing. The more I try to relax, ignore her, and just be myself, the more feels like I should ask if something is wrong. And you didn't. After the club activities are over and others have filed out, Rin gets up from her seat and marches over to Nomiya with unusual determination. I will do it. Okay, she was deciding if she wanted it or not. Nomiya, who was humming to himself while sorting a box of pencils by hardness, turns around with a mixed expression of friendliness and incomprehension on his face. What will you do, my girl? The gallery person. I can talk with that person. At least yesterday I thought I could. And today too. I think I want to try it. I'm going to go all the way. The wildest smile I've ever seen on any person's face lights up the teacher's features. He's almost literally beaming. Oh, wonderful! I almost lost hope. Such a hard-headed girl you are, but I knew that sooner or later you'd understand as well. I will call my friend Sayonji and arrange a meeting. Wait. Sayonji is a familiar name. Did he mention it before? You need to show her your work so she can estimate it. I've told her about you, but obviously you should talk face to face. It's so exciting, isn't it? Nomiya is talking more to himself than to us and walking in circles around his desk, waving his hands around wildly all the while. He picks up his cell phone from the breast pocket of his jacket and flips it open with a stylish movement, starting to look for the number to call. While he searches, he notices me staring and gives me a beaming thumbs up. I shrug back at him, doing my best not to look smug. Nomiya finds the number and makes the call, turning away from us and lowering his voice once it goes through. Even so, I can hear his excited tone. The call doesn't last long. Fabulous! Wrong voice. Sai is at the gallery right now, and she said we could stop by right away if that's fine. This is most excellent. Do you have any sort of portfolio to show in? Well, we have the mural, right? She just shakes her head at the question. Never fear, I've taken some photos of your paintings. We can bring those and maybe a couple original with us. Those will be quite sufficient for now. There should be some recent ones around here in the back, right? I don't know why I love Rin expression every time. Like, you know, like, no, I'm still here. Like, here. Rin face all the time. I don't know. I find it hilarious for some reason. Oh. Wait. Give me a second. Here, as new. This maneuver will cost us 1000 years. Okay. Okay, that's everything. He soon finds what he was looking for and crudely wraps two of Rin's paintings in some brown packaging paper. Nakai, would you carry those to my car? I pick up the two oil paintings. They aren't heavy, but they do make navigation somewhat cumbersome as I follow Nomiya and Rin to the parking lot. That's because you have reached your maximum weight limit. You should increase your... Which stat? The constitution. You should increase your constitution. This parking lot is a lot similar to the one in my university. I almost never come here, so I might be mistaken though. Because it was in the back of the university.
Nomiya has a pretty nice car, not something I'd expect from a high school teacher. I wonder what kind of salaries they earn at Yamaku. Well, it's a school for disabled people, so surely higher. The canvases are stuffed into the trunk, where they just barely fit. At the teacher's over-enthusiastic prompting, I get in the car along with them. Lynn answers my questioning stare with a confirming nod and a nonchalant shrug. I guess I become some sort of assistant for her now. Wait, this is close to where Amy lives. Nomiya doesn't go light on the pedal. The smooth ride takes just about 10 minutes to bring us to the city center, where we pull into a tiny parking lot and get out of the car. I pick up the paintings again, looking around. It's just like any city in Japan, really. Same style of buildings, people hurrying here and there, office workers sweating in their suits. Wide, tree-lined streets aren't something you see everywhere though. Maybe they are the city speciality. It definitely has the feel of a city, which I thought I had already forgotten. I feel immediately comfortable walking around. I haven't actually been there before. What's the opposite of déjà vu? No? In that case, it's about time. It's a great city, lots of wonderful folk around here. And most important of all, a vibrant cultural life. Ah, Si's place is just around the corner. The first one or the 22nd? After turning around 3 more corners, Nomiya stops in front of a door. There is a nameplate in big red letters. 22nd corner. Is this really the 22nd corner? Of what? That's bothering me too, yeah! That was bothering also me. That's bothering me too. I mean, where to start counting and which way do you count? Ring gets worked up over the strangest thing. Unlike me, Nomiya ignores all completely and pushes the door open. The gallery is very clean looking, and air conditioning makes it cool and very comfortable. The white walls and big windows facing into the busy street makes the whole place feel airy and bright. There's nobody around whom I can see, however. Most of the floor space is empty, with only a few large tables and a counter for furniture. That's pretty bad. The mapping is not the best one. I mean, yeah, in 3D yes, 2D no, because the floor space is empty. You should put more things on the floor, right, to have a good mapping. I see a good plant there, so that's positive, but if the floor space is empty, you should improve your mapping, just saying. There are paintings too, of course. A poster advertises an exhibition for an artist I have never heard of. Most of his works seems to be portraits or landscapes, done in a more traditional style than Rin's abstraction. A new character. Yeah, I like the design. It's very simple, but she gives a distinct sort of feel of personality. Someone by the bell of the door, a lady who looks maybe around Nomiya's age, comes around the corner. The 22nd? She's dressed in a sharp suit, her straight dark hair in a perfect ponytail behind her head. A pair of flashy, expensive-looking eyeglasses frame her eyes. On second glance, I'm not so sure of her age anymore. She looks old and yet not actually old. No, for me, I would give her actually... She has some signs near the mouth, so... She may be a little older than she seems. I would give her... like... 40 years, 45. She's holding them pretty good though. That's my feeling. So, hello! She clearly recognizes the teacher, greeting him warmly. Oh, there you are! Shinichi, and so quickly. I take it that those two are your students. Indeed, let me introduce you. This is Rin Tezuka, the one I spoke to you about. And the healthy-looking lad over there is Isao Nakai. She takes a long, hard look at both of us, especially Rin. Feels like we're being evaluated. What do you mean? You wanna put us in the museum as statues? Oh no. That award of some abstract kind is being calculated for us. Her eyes linger for a long time on Rin. On her eyes, her empty sleeves, tied in knots, her posture. Sai takes her first impression of Rin with an intensity I've not seen used by anyone else before. Once finished, she smiles amiably. Pleased to meet you both. My name is Sayonji, and I'm the owner of this gallery. Though, I'm sorry, but Sayonji is very familiar. I heard his name again. Probably a character from an anime. Sayon. Ah, yes! It's a character from Danganronpa. Hyoko Sayonji. Okay, that's why the name was so familiar. Just to show sure. This one. From Danganronpa. Okay, now finally I understand why. I remember the name. Is it also another character or... Well, that's the first time that appears. Okay. Could I maybe offer you some tea? Oh, no thanks. We're fine. Let's get down to business. That's what Teresa said. Let's get down to business. Oh, no. She says, open for business. Those were some twins. That was pretty stylish. Pretty weird, but she has an interesting design. I leave the paintings on tabletop to give the gallery owner a better view, and Nomiya pulls out his folder of photos. Does they fit the hands? What were the hands? Unfortunately, no. I don't think like they could be used as weapons. The old lady studies Rin's work carefully, absent-mindedly brushing her cheek with her fingers, while letting her gaze sweep over the paintings. Her eyes remind me of a bird of prey of some sort. They're so sharp and somehow very calculating. She is there for the money. She takes her time, slowly going over the paintings in order without uttering a single word. Even the teacher looks very nervous. He tries to point out certain details and other things about Rin's work, but seems like she's not listening. While Nomiya and I keep looking at Sai, trying to look for some hint of reaction on the gallery owner's face, Rin lets her gaze wander around the gallery space. Suddenly, she pipes up. Is this really the 22nd corner? Sai raises her gaze from the paintings to look at Rin, but doesn't answer. It's probably for the best. She takes stock of Rin's slouchy posture and her dreamy eyes that are again moving relentlessly about. The way Rin seems to be detached from a situation that's supposed to be very important for her annoys me just a little. I am practically holding my breath here. After Sai has gone through all the Nomiya's photos and inspected the two old paintings I hold here, she goes through all the materials again, this time at a quicker pace. Finally, she gives her verdict. I like it. Oh, okay, that's good. Nomiya, art, Sai. Oh yes, art. Isao. Art, I guess? Rin. Oh, a cool spider. Well, we know that she doesn't care that much. Well, she cares a little, but not as much as Numi or anyone else, actually. Though, if you don't mind me saying, you're still a bit immature. Searching for your own direction, perhaps? She picks up one of her photos. Still, just look at this. I can't take my eyes off it. Like a little kitten playing around. That's what your art makes me feel, young lady. Thank you, I think. Nobody's ever said that before, I think. That's all Rin has to say. Something about what the gallery owner says and how she says it makes it sound patronizing to me, but I hold my tongue. Anyway, what a wonderful imagination, though, isn't it? I've always said that Tezuka's great eye for composition and color harmony. And technique! Remember, all those are done with her feet. Of course we... again, in Italian that means done badly. Of course we need to put some of the simpler ones on display too, for the lay people. Right, Sai? Wait, I remember the term lay people. Lay people is for the normal persons, for the persons not adept on a specific discipline. The teacher snorts derisively. You know how those Philistines are. What do you understand about real art? They'd just be a loss with abstraction and themes are. But it will generate more publicity, and that's good, isn't it? Basically for the peasants. Yeah, that's actually an interesting discussion that could stem from this, even considering the game development part, because he's saying that the Rin drawings are made with a lot of expertise, but the lay people, the peasants, normal people, may not like it, even if two critics or two experts, not really critics, said that she makes pretty good drawings. It's like I don't know, that Lolo makes a new game, let's say 50 we developers play it and say, wow, that's made with a lot of care, wow, incredible developing, and the people say, I don't like it. Because normal people don't... normal people, unfortunately, don't think about how well a game is made, but they think on how much the game is fun for them, so they may play another RPG Maker game with default graphics, but I don't know, it's a Pokemon clone, they like Pokemon, and so they say, I like this game more than 50, and that's pretty sad, but unfortunately, the normal people, not everyone of course, normal people usually judge a game only on how much they get involved in it, and usually they don't like to read a lot, so unfortunately having a game with a deep story wouldn't interest them, and would even bore them even if the story is written well. That's the difficulty in making a game. Sometimes a game that catches more attention comes better than a game made with care. And that's pretty sad. Sae smiles gently at Rumiya's remark and turns back to the paintings. I wonder. To tell you the truth, I just don't know if all this makes an exhibition. Even if I like it, I don't get the feel of a team. Of cohesion. There is no oeuvre. What the hell is an oeuvre? Wherever. Ever. Okay, art piece. Eva. Okay. Opening act. Okay, thanks. There is no way to start to interpret those, maybe? Google says the body of work of a painter. But that's kinda confusing. Okay. I still don't know what it... However, ever. A work of art, music, literature. Maybe the body of work means like the skeleton, the base. Like maybe even literally because Rinda maybe starts by drawing random lines and then at the end makes a composition. Meanwhile, other artists usually have an idea on what to draw. They draw the body and then they add the details. But I suppose maybe it's more on the abstract part. Okay, here. I skipped the other part. Who would expect such from a young artist like the kitten here? Oh no, it's definitely doable. Especially if we get a few new pieces and touch up some old ones. I don't mind painting more. I'd do anything. It's a bit of a stretch. Trust me, I wouldn't have come to you if I didn't believe Tezuka was ready. You can see it too, can't you? I know exactly what her kind is capable of. And you know too. Those words give the gallerist a pause. A hollow, bottomless look takes over her eyes for a moment. As if she was looking through or maybe past Nomiya. She says nothing, but her mouth becomes a tight, flat line. Poker face, as if stretched. Finally, the moment passes. Is that what you're saying? That's what I'm saying. What is he saying? Size, and takes a few steps, walking in a circle as if to help organize her thoughts. She takes another look at a photo of the painting she particularly liked. The one that made her call Rin a kitten. That's what she said. She placed her hand over her mouth, lost for words. After a few moments, she shakes her head. I don't know what to say. After seeing you, dear, and those paintings of yours, would you excuse us for a moment? I want to talk to your teacher in private for a bit. Sai draws the art teacher aside, and they talk in hushed tones for a while. I can't hear what they are saying, but over her shoulder I can see the lines around the corners of her mouth tightens as she motions with her hands in time with her words. She's Italian, right? The expression on her face is... What kind of expression is it? I couldn't say. Once they're done discussing whatever they had to discuss, they give one another a serious look. I feel something that goes beyond mere words transpiring here. They walk back to us. Sai looks seriously at Rin, and her left hand reaching as if instinctively towards a pack of cigarettes that's lying on the table. She picks the pack up and extracts one, looks at it absent-mindedly, as if only now realizing she did so, and puts it back. Finally, she looks eyes with Rin, evaluating her once more. Yeah, sometimes when I have some rubber here, I just play while reading dialogues in a game, and only later realize what I'm doing. Alright, you kitten, I'm going to believe you. I will display your paintings here, but from what I can see, that's not enough. You don't really have a cohesive team, and you don't have enough of the good stuff. You're going to have to work hard to actually get something that we can put on exhibit here. I know. It's a good thing my gallery is so small, no? Rin already spends pretty much every free moment she has painting. How is it possible to work any harder? She'd have to skip classes to do more than she already does. How can anyone work that much? Silence falls in the gallery after my words. Sai looks at the art teacher, who is looking contemplatively as his star student. I look at all the three of them, confused. It's doable. What do you mean? I mean, the school is special. The board puts great value on things such as this. I'm sure I could arrange some leave for her. It's not unprecedented by any means. I discussed it with her parents too, but they're being quite supportive. However, it might be a bit of a stretch to get working space for her at the school, if she's not actually going to attend classes. I was thinking about this before. Do you use the place upstairs for anything? The roof? Ah no, of the museum here, okay. Also, Nomiya is overstepping his boundaries. Yeah, I don't know, because Rin feels like he wants to do this, but yeah, he's deciding something for her, and she kinda has to agree to a. Well, I don't think she cares about appearing polite. But yeah, he should ask her if she wants to like work a little harder here. You're right. I think at the end she might agree with it, or she might be fine with that. But yeah, he should have asked her before, because now she feels kind of forced to do so. Because the teacher said already, oh yeah, I'm handling it. Everything is ready. It's fine. And normal people would feel bad to say, oh no, actually I don't want to. Because now that she's here, it's all everyone would be committed. Like, you go here and then said, ah, never mind, I'm not. Well, Rin is not this kind of person though. I think she could speak her mind if she doesn't want. It's more of a landfill than an atelier now. Upstairs? I own a small atelier apartment on the top floor. But hasn't been used for... Goodness, it's been so long, hasn't it? Her eyes leap to Nomiya, who has a strange muted expression on his face. Indeed, do you think... Even Nomiya in his brashness has trouble coming straight out with a question. So, of course, sees through him and throws up her hands, sighing deeply. I guess I can say no, can I? Very well, I'll lend you the use of the place as well, if needed. It's not that I can really use it. Excellent, I knew I could count on you. Don't celebrate yet. It's really a mess, so don't be shocked when you first see it. However, you can use it as you can see fit. Since it's an atelier, it already has easels and things like that. You only need your own tools and materials, and to somehow clean it up a bit. It's not habitable though. I can't let you live here. I doubt your school or parents would allow that in any case. Okay. So we need to go with Nomiya with car every time, or take a bus. However, it's convenient to crash there overnight if necessary. I won't mind. Most excellent, isn't it, Tezuka? She doesn't feel enthusiastic. He enthusiastically pats Rin on the shoulder, laughing in relief and happiness as if all this good fortune landed on him personally. She smiles as well, perhaps more amused by the old teacher's glee than anything else. Oh, dearest Shinichi, this really is like back then. Are you sure we all haven't bitten off more than we can chew? She looks at Rin, who seems to be oddly subdued despite all this. I hope it will be worth it, kitten. She holds out her hand as if to shake Rin's, but realizes the impossibility and quickly moves to pat her on the shoulder. No. Rin looks back at her silently, her eyes serious and impenetrable, like the dark of the night. Okay, so maybe now... What do we do now? We are not seeing Rin now, because she would be kinda full time there, right? So we are not seeing Rin again? Well, no, she sleeps here, so maybe we can see her from time to time. But not that often. Rin applies for and, thanks to Nomiya pressuring the principal, I'm sure, is granted leave for the rest of the term for exceptional extracurricular activities. She has to make up for it during summer vacation, but seems she doesn't mind. Rin will still be able to eat and sleep at school, of course. She just doesn't have to go to classes. I'm not entirely sure if I envy her or not. Well, if instead of painting was something I would like to do, sure. It all makes me feel anxious somehow. It's the last day of school for Rin. I feel like I should send her off with a word of encouragement. Or at least say something. It was sort of due to my influence that she decided to dive headfirst into this. My class ends a good 20 minutes early, so I walk down the lobby and buy a can of juice. Then sit down on a bench and wait for Rin. I pull out a novel from my bag and search for the place where I was. Time stretches comfortably over the warm afternoon, while I idly sip my orange juice. I read a few chapters of the book. The plot doesn't seem to advance at all, but it's all the same for me. No, I hate when it happens. Filler. The bell rings to end the school day and students shuffle to club meetings or outside. Nobody notices me, sitting on the bench with my nose in the novel. I keep watch for Rin, but I don't see her familiar face or red tinted hair passing by. Is reading a persona dialogue? They are that flat. Or that inconcludent. It's a cringe maker novelization! Well, it's not only cringe makers, unfortunately. A lot of big games has this problem. Filler just because the games need to be at least 40 hours long. I kinda hate this. That's why I prefer indies. They don't need to be 40 hours long. Omori is an exception, unfortunately. Omori is 90% filler. I check my watch 20 minutes past the end of class, when the lobby has all but emptied of people again. Even Rin should have already managed to get out of class. But either I missed her walking by or she never came downstairs. Perhaps she went to the art club room for some last minute thing instead, or got held back by her strict homeroom teacher. I haven't really waited that long, but having grown tired of it already, I decide to go find her myself. I stuff my book back in the bag and throw the now empty juice can in the trash bin, then climb upstairs. The hallway is eerily quiet, as there are no club rooms apart from the art room nearby. Hey, do you want to go to the haunted mansion? What haunted mansion? The haunted mansion outside of town. There's an haunted mansion outside of town? Okay, yeah, I understand. You were referencing those dialogues. Yeah, I hate them even more. I hate those and dialogues that just explain everything. Like, okay, you need to go to the haunted mansion. Ah yes, the haunted mansion that was founded some years ago and it was told that there is a ghost haunting everything. Oh yes, we should go there to find the item we need to continue the story. I also hate this. Unfortunately, a lot of games do that, even big games. That's why I stopped reading Genshin Impact dialogues. I checked there first, but not even the teacher is in. Why am I getting Doki Doki Literature Club vibes? Oh no! No, please! No, I don't think she dies. I don't think there should be a bad ending to anything. What's this? The Sayonara music, right? Ah, the Persona game. Okay, I'm watching it later. Let's go to the haunted mansion. Also, give me your item. What is that? What is that? Coming back towards the stairwell, I quietly knock on the door of 3-4 and push the door. I gently push the door to peek in. For a moment I was honestly scared. For a moment I was honestly worried. Webcam Villain, you're right! Okay, yeah, that's because I never played it. I'm not kidding, actually, because I'm the only one who can't play Webcam Villain. Because there's not another Waldorf to play as the Webcam Villain. No, I didn't link the haunted mansion with the item. Yellow sunbeams cross the classroom, falling across the floor. The dust and chalk floating slowly in the air make the light almost palpable. The entire room bathes in the gentle light, shining through the windows, washing the shadows away. Only one person is inside the classroom. She's not dead, awesome. Rin sits in what I assume is her seat, next to the window in the third row. Of course, she's close to the window. Her head rests against the desk. I wonder if she slept through it all. Apparently not even Amy had the heart, or maybe the capability, to wake her up. She sleeps. I don't think that's the most comfortable sleeping position, but anything goes, right, at school. I close the door quietly, walking past the neat, even rows of desks. I go over to where she sits. Rin? My mouth is suddenly so dry that the word comes out as a tiny whisper. She doesn't answer, so I set my bag down on the floor next to hers and lean over her to look at her face. Rin's eyes are peacefully closed, the long eyelashes projecting thin shadows onto her cheeks. Her mouth is slightly open, letting me hear the quiet sound of her breathing. Her usually messy hair is even more so today, lying in complete disarray over half of her face and forehead. Her bag is lying at her feet, like a forgotten rag doll. A few books and pens have fallen out of it near her seat. This scene makes me smile a little. Of course, if the girl is alive, you close the door gently. Yes. Spot the difference. I touch Rin's head lightly, sweeping a few stray hairs off her ear. Her hair feels warm against my palm. Rin stares, and I retract my hand on reflex, feeling embarrassed for touching her so casually. She looks so vulnerable, like any sleeping person. Yeah, it's kinda weird seeing her sleep because she feels normal while sleeping, right? If you don't watch the hands. It's impossible not to feel fondness towards her. Don't touch me with that casuality! Metal Gear. Now every time there's a reference. I sit on the desktop of whoever is in front of Rin, then draw the window slightly open, look at... You are... Okay, if you put desktop and window on the same sentence, someone would think you are talking about computers, right? Plot twist, she was faking being asleep. For how long? Waiting for us. Hopefully, the air will wake her up, and I won't need to resort to cruder methods. Oh. She doesn't wake up, but I didn't really expect her to. Looking at her makes me feel tired as well. To be honest, I wouldn't mind a quick nap either, but I content myself with leaning against the large window. The glass is warm against my ear and cheek, as those windows face west, toward the setting afternoon sun. The afternoon light is slowly melting into Rin's upborn hair, softening her outline so that she seems to be fading into her surroundings. Oh, she turned into a GIF! We could make this into a GIF, maybe. Rin, I heard you like watching girls sleep, you pervert. Yeah, this would be the third time she would reference that, actually. The minute twitches of her muscles. No, the minute twitches of her muscles, her hair swaying in the air current, the even rhythm of her breathing, it all gives a strong impression of a dreaming girl. Like all sleeping people, Rin looks like she is away from this world, in some distant dream country. With her, it doesn't feel so obvious that she would ever come back. She seems so detached from her surroundings, even when she's awake. Well, it's like she's always asleep then. In fact, she has the same kind of hair around her when she kissed you, what? The realization hits my consciousness without warning. Rin sometimes looks like that when she's painting. Okay, painting, never mind. Her focused expression gives the same feeling of being on the other side of some imaginary gap, as looking at her sleeping face does. I feel a pain in my chest. There's no way I can close that gap to be on the same level with her. It hurts, even though I know that's impossible for any two people to truly understand each other. But Rin, she's almost literally in another world, and she's talking about art, thinking about art, or making art, or being art. It's a world that I, or anyone else really, can't share with her, just like the world of dreams. She's dreaming about our real world. Oh no. The meta twist of Rin is true then. It's real. Rin still doesn't show any sign of waking up, so I'm faced with the decision to either arouse her myself or wait for her to awaken on her own. I choose the latter. Waiting is something I'm good at. I found that out during my hospitalization, but even the hospital ward was more lively than the school after classes are over. The only sounds in this place are the loud ticking of the clock above the door and the distant voices of students down the grounds. A genuine summer breeze blows inside from the window I cracked open, full of warmth and carrying the scent of light. I suddenly started thinking about their escape, because their escape had an option, a more casual player option, which I kinda regret taking. I would have liked to play the visual novel option, that removes almost every description. So, if there is a casual option for this game, and removed every description, this scene was like, didn't even exist. I look outside to see where it came from, but I'm dazzled almost instantly. The window glass seems to trap all the sunlight within, making it painful to look that way. All I can glimpse through the window are dark silhouettes of the trees and the wall around the campus. As I turn back to watch Rin, she stares again. A single tear warms down from the corner of her eye, slowly making... She's crying! Wake her up, she's having a nightmare. Slowly making its way across her face, before it falls onto her cheek. It's tiny, barely a droplet, but it captivates me. Another tear follows the first, and then a third. A feeling of anxiety overcomes me, petrifying me on the spot. It's so strange seeing Rin's face peaceful as she sleeps, at the same time as tears stream down her cheeks, waiting the wooden desktop she rests her head on. I don't know what to do, so I do nothing, and just watch the tears roll one by one down her face. I wonder what she's dreaming about. Rin wakes up after a final flinch, or perhaps because of the tears. She sits upright and yawns so excessively it looks like her jaw might dislocate. Oh. She notices my presence, but her reaction is more like the lack of any reacting at all. It's just an acknowledgement, no startled gasp or anything. Hello. Good morning. She's so groggy she can't even return my smile that I somehow can't stretch, to be entirely honest. Dislocate jaw, no arms. Rin is a snake. Oh no, remember? Sure, let's greet her. Oh. Rin notices her wet cheeks and quickly wipes them on the shoulder. It seems she isn't all that surprised or flustered by them. You cried in your sleep. A bad dream? No, it's something I've learned to do. From other people. It's a funny story, I'll tell you later. I'm curious now. The second though, not really that funny at all. I guess I won't tell you. Did you want something or did you just come watch me sleep? I wanted to see you after classes. Oh well. It's after classes now and I'm seeing you right there. Yeah, I just wanted to say good luck or something. I figure the upcoming weeks are going to be a lot of work for you. Thanks. Rin yawns again and blinks a few times. I feel weird. Didn't really sleep much last night, at all. Butterflies in your stomach? Oh, what? No. I mean, yes. I know what it means. Butterflies. Don't really feel so good now. It will be fine. You are so confident. Someday it will bite you in the ear. Why the ear? Isn't it? Yeah, on the butt. We come to bite you on the butt. Coming to bite you on the ear sounds more kinky, actually. I look forward to it, yeah. And he enjoys it. I think I have to go. I promised Mr. Sayonji that I would go there straight after school. And now it's after school. Wow, Rin surely knows. Is it okay if I came by sometime? I'm guessing you're planning to work long hours, so if you'd prefer to avoid distractions... It's okay, it's not a distraction. Not like Amy. Don't bring her with you though, I wouldn't like that this time. I told her to stay away. Ah, I see. Alright then. If you have butterflies in your stomach, you should probably go to the hospital to get them removed. Yeah, I would have expected some comment of that kind from her, honestly. I'm kinda disappointed. Rin stands up and silently walks to the door, with me following behind. Just drink some DDT. I don't know how healthy that can be, honestly. I think it would be worse to have butterflies. The school's empty hallways, devoid of the usual crowd of students, feel very lonely. It's only a few hours since the school ended, but the building seems to be all but deserted. Our footsteps are all that intruders upon the stillness of the hallway. Drink a wrestling move? I don't know, you get a film, you record the wrestling move, then you put it in the blender, and you drink it. Still possible. Wrestling moves make for sick names for cocktails. And shampoo names, shampoo descriptions are actually good names for RPG moves. Like instantaneous effect. Or quick cleaning. I don't remember more of them. Yeah, instant reaction sounds pretty good. The change is sudden, but it shows how the building is just an empty shell, dead without its students and teachers to liven it up. It's like the school has become a private world for just the two of us, a desolate place filled with silence and chalk dust. I'm going to change. Like, clothes or as a person? She says this out of the blue while we walk down the stairs from the third floor. It makes me wonder how she views this challenge that lies ahead of her. A Frankenstein on ice. Actually no, make me a lariat instead. Yeah, this sounds interesting, yeah. I would drink some of those. That's what people do. Must do, sometimes. That's the last thing we say to each other that day, even though there is so much that we could talk about. And even those words drown in the all-encompassing silence,
disappearing into the stagnant air, as if they were never said. And now we are in abstinence from Rin. Maybe good for our mental health, actually. Next morning. The next Monday is marked by a strange emptiness that grips me, caused by the knowledge that I won't be able to see Rin, whether I want to anymore. This hollow feeling is a little disconcerting, but I make it to the afternoon all the same. My last class is, in a word, terrible. It's not like the lesson is that bad. It is, however, boring, and it's so hot in the classroom that I feel like I'm melting. The air conditioning is either broken or turned off, so the windows are open. Makes no difference, since the air outside is completely still. Only the chirping of cicadas carried inside. The sweltering heat permeates the room. Students and teachers alike are in an almost delirious state. I just want to stand up and walk out of there without caring what the teacher or anyone says. I can see I'm not the only one with those thoughts too. Next to me, Misha is shamelessly holding her skirt up a bit. And fanning her with a notebook. Only Shizune seems to be as cool as always, sitting with her back perfectly straight, arms folded on her chest, her eyes fixed on the equation scrolled on the blackboard. I keep shooting yearning glances at my watch, but it doesn't help the time go any faster. Actually, it makes it go slower, you know. It's funny, I remember how badly I wanted to get out of the hospital and go back to school. Now all I can think of is the upcoming summer vacation and freedom from classes and homework. Perhaps it's human nature to think only of the situation at hand. Yeah, it's some... Maybe it's just wanting to change, not wanting to do something. Not really the desire to change, more like doing too much one single thing can bring to boredom. So you want another thing to do. Finally, the bell rings. Relieved, my classmates and I burst out in the hallway, already crowded by students from our neighbor classes. Amy! I spot Amy's diminutive figure and walk up to her. Hey! She smiles sweetly, clearly happy to see me. Hisa, what's up? Is your classroom super hot too? Yeah, it is. I thought I was going to melt in there. Nothing else is really happening though. Feeling a bit weird now that Rince is on her great adventure or whatever you want to call it. Amy's face cracks in a wider smile and she jumps up and down enthusiastically. Is it great? I'm so happy for her. I bet everyone will like her painting and she sells a lot of them and make piles of money. Yeah, I'm sure it will work out great. I'm totally sulking at her though. Because she doesn't want her there? Super hot! Super hot! Super hot! My classroom isn't hot. You are. Not the best pickup line, but anything goes at this point, right? She huffs angrily and places her hands firmly on her hips, even letting a little anger seep into her voice. Doesn't quite have the impact she's probably hoping for, but I say nothing. Why is that? She said that she doesn't want me to go see her. Oh yeah, she mentioned that. I guess she prefers not to be distracted. I can understand that. I don't think I'm that much of a distraction. Besides, I'm sure she'll forget about sleeping and eating properly if someone is not there telling her to do it. Sometimes she's like that. Gets completely fixated on whatever and drops everything else. That really makes me worried, you know. Is she going to be alright? Such friendship. I don't even know if I should be saying this, but it's been bothering me. How do I put it? Rin said that she doesn't really see you as a friend or something.
would be a nice moment with Isao. Like, so, Rin, do you see me as a friend now? And Rin, no, not really. I see you as a boyfriend. There are surely a lot of memes about the reverse friendzone online. I can't really figure why she would say something like that. She sees her as a maid? No. Which is arguably better. But to each his own. I wouldn't mind a maid friend. Or a maid, just a maid is fine. Maid friend, even better. You two seem to be close. I feel really awkward saying it, but I finally managed to get the words out. Amy doesn't seem to be shocked, but it gives her pause for a moment. Even her perpetual smile flattens into a more difficult expression. Huh, is that so? I guess I may be more like a big sister or something to her. A big sister works too! A big sister is fine too. Is acceptable. Excuse me? Big sister? You? I put my hands on top of my head and then hers, as if to measure and reconfirm our heights. Amy playfully slaps him on the wrist and sticks her tongue out, looking annoyed. Hey, that's sitting below the bed. I thought you were more of a gentleman. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Too easy. I really wanted to make the joke to soften the mood rather than to make fun of Amy though. But I'm serious. Besides, I'm a year older than Rin is. Or even you for that matter. So that... Wait, really? Really? Yeah, I missed a year of school when I learned to walk and run with those legs. Alright, makes sense. I should have figured that out by myself. In my defense, her tiny figure is really misleading. Amy smiles wryly, and something deep and hidden floats up into her eyes, like a swirling vortex suddenly appearing in an otherwise calm river. I watch her struggle with it for a brief moment, until she blinks it away and her smile widens. Anyway, it's true. She's just so cute that I want to pamper her. I know. I've always wanted a little sister, but well, I guess I ended up never getting one. It's a little bit hard to really talk with Rin, so I guess I never really tried. I like her a lot though, so hearing that she said doesn't make me happy. It's not like I can really argue, so maybe that's just how it is. We are really close, but maybe it's just not that way, you know? A thought appeared in my mind now. Does it really matter that she doesn't consider her a friend? Because we know Rin, she's not a person to use the words properly. So, doesn't matter if she considers her a friend or not, because friend is just a word to symbolize how two people get along. But they still get along in a way or another. They are still enjoying the company to one another. Even if Rin doesn't seem appropriate the term friend. I think Rin considers Amy her friend, but using the friend criteria of a normal person. If a normal person was in Rin's mind, they would call Amy a friend, after all. I wonder. Yeah, because friend is actually subjective to a certain degree. I wonder if she thinks I'm annoying. I'm pretty sure that's not the case at all. Amy shakes her head, looking amused. I'm not sure if she's joking or not. She has those weird ideas about a lot of stuff. Things just make sense to her in a totally different way than they do to me. I
I can't even remember all the weird stuff she talked about over all this time. I don't think Rin does either, really. She's the type who would forget her own head if it wasn't attached to her shoulders. I mean, do you forget your legs sometime, or... That's why I just can't leave her alone. Nah, I mean, she just thinks you're dumb because you're blonde. No! Poor Amy, no! Actually, from stereotypes, seeing her, I wouldn't think she's dumb, I would think she's a tsundere. Because if I see blonde twin tails, I don't focus on the blonde, I focus on the twin tails. Is that weird? She leans against the wall, managing to look distraught, yet still cheerful as always. I get a strange feeling about it, as though I were talking to two people at the same time. How would I know? Everyone is weird in some way, but if that's yours, it's a very nice way. At least I can understand what you're talking about, unlike Rin. Most of the time, I have no idea what's going on inside their head either. Amy giggles. I think it's okay even if you don't understand her. That's how she usually is. Amy stands up straighter, brushing the hem of her skirt and straightening the waistline. She laughs awkwardly. Wow, we ended up talking pretty seriously. What's up with you, Isao? Why do you bring up this? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get into this sort of discussion either. I just don't know. I had this weird feeling lately about Rain. I don't know why. I feel a bit guilty bringing up something like this for no reason except my own anxiety. It will be fine, don't worry about it. Suddenly Amy clutches my wrist and twists it so she can see what time is it for my watch. Asking is not on the table, right? Can we do the Amy's route again after this? No, I'm kidding. The problem with Katawa Shoujo is every girl is best girl. I can't choose, okay? I can't choose. Amy is so cute. Even Rin though is very interesting though, so never mind. Wow. Oh damn, it is late already. I should really go. There's a meeting with the rest of the track team at the field. It's not going to be fun in this heat. We are going to sweat like pigs, but I promised it. I will be there. Bye bye! She skips downstairs, leaving me wondering if what I said, or what Rin said, hurt her or not. Maybe what Amy herself said hurt her the most. Come to that. So, in the end, even the person closest to Rin is just as far apart from her as everyone else. I wonder if Rin herself ever feels that distance. I felt like I was drifting away from the world too, during my hospitalization. I felt anxious and depressed. And even now, I sometimes still do. But I fight against it with all I've got. If Rin has been on that side of the divide for her whole life, I can't imagine how she could not be lonely. But perhaps she's truly different. I refuse to belong to that other place, but maybe she found comfort there. Like Amy, I have a club meeting of my own, so I head straight to the art club room at the end of the hallway. But Rin is not there anymore. Only a few members are present today, so the mood is even more laid back than usual. Rin is off working on the exhibition project, but I wonder if the rest are simply just playing hooky, defeated by the heat. I half-assedly sketch something with a piece of graphite, but do a poor job of it. My fingertips are turning pitch black from holding the graphite and smudging it on the paper. Accidentally and on purpose. I've improved a little, but Rin's level is still far beyond my reach. Eventually, Nomiya comes in and makes his way around the room, checking on what we are doing,
and giving comments on the work in progress. Isn't bad luck commenting on the work in progress? He stops behind me and bends closer to look at my poor sketch. Try to make a few pointers from Tezuka, have you? Well, I've looked at how she draws, but I haven't exactly asked for advice. No. Let me see here. He casually picks up the piece of graphite from my hand and lightly draws some faint, barely visible lines over my sketch to illustrate places that need improvement. I already feel frustrated about not seeing the obvious flaws before, but with a couple of careless seeming flicks on the wrist, Nomiya has made them plain as day. Well, he's still an art teacher. Every time they mention straightening up, I remember to keep a good posture on my chair. Posture check. He throws a sideways glance at a seat where Rin usually sits. Such a nostalgic feeling, almost like a bird flying from the nest. I will miss Tezuka when she graduates. It begins from here, you know. Nearly makes my eyes a little misty. Do you really think she has a chance to make her big break with the exhibition? Nomiya turns look up from my sketch, adjusting his glasses. He rubs his chin, looking contemplative. Oh, why not? It's not like she's going to be an overnight smash hit or anything. But getting the word out is very important. She has a chance to be a big shot. Connections are pure gold. Maybe the most important thing to gain if she is to become an artist. I like to draw some correlation between art, drawing in this game and comments about drawing and game development. I would say connection have less importance in developing games, but it's still important to have some knowing some streamer or some game journalist, so you can have some sort of free marketing like that. For now, I don't really know big streamers. I got to know a few of them by suggesting them to play Invalidate. I'm surprised I'm surprised they still allow to have me in their chat after playing Invalidate. Still, I should maybe try to contact more streamers. But maybe when I have something playable decent. Word of mouth is very powerful in those circles. She has some advantages like her young age and technique, you know. Defeat. People will naturally be curious about extraordinary things like that. His words have an unpleasant ring to them. Isn't that just exploiting her disability to make her more popular? Sounds fishy. Yeah. Well, depends on how you put it. If you try to boast that this painting was made by a girl with no hands, that's sort of exploiting. But if you tell it in a more background fact, like this girl had a passion for writing and made this picture even if she didn't have any legs. Depends on how you put it, honestly. And also, that's right though, that will attract more people, or more people will be interested. It's like, well, it's an extra thing that makes, how it's called? Okay, yeah. It's a thing that makes sensation. If you tell, oh, I made this game, people, okay. If you instead tell, I made this game, also I have a mental disability, and everyone is, oh, okay, oh, good game, you know. You know. Should I go, like, get a mental disability so maybe I can sell my game better? I'm sorry. Never mind. Oh, no, now. It's not like that at all. Think of it from another perspective. Like an artist. I made this RPG Maker game with no tabs. That's pretty impressive. Oh, hi Michael, how it's going? Nice to see you there. We were just talking about... well, we are usually drawing correlation lines between drawing art comments in the game and game development sometimes. We have a RPG Maker brain. We create a 2-hour game in a week, but spend 1 month making a sprite. Yeah, I understand the feeling. I still don't capacitate myself how, with a short notice, we make complete games, but later we just don't do anything. I don't get it, honestly. Again, I made the Something is Wrong with My World Map game in 4 days. And now I'm not continuing at all with Respawn Banter. I'm still stuck on the same things, on the design of the clothing of the antagonist, which really got me stuck. Meanwhile, though, I'm still healing with the artists. At least there's that. Yeah, I don't get why. Because maybe that's my problem, unfortunately. If I have a deadline, I work. If I have a deadline which is very close, I work like a train. If I don't have a close deadline, I'm not working at all. That's the problem I'm having now with university. I have the thesis to finish, but like the deadline is like March. It's almost over, but like I don't want to do it now. Doesn't matter. I can do it next month and even later. That's why I'm doing 1 extra year, because that was my line of thought when I was about to end. Yay. Loot box for Michael. You got Kalina. Oh! Talking about Something is Wrong with My World Map. I'll give you 2 reasons. 1, you are forcing yourself to do something with a close deadline. That's 1 reason. No, okay, no, we are writing the second. But forcing with a deadline really helps for me. Because when I did a lot of complete games with a very short deadline. An Invalidate Your Aid was made in 1 week. Something is Wrong with My World Map, it was made in 4 days. Julia Got a Castle was made in 1 month. The Artisio demo prototype was also made in 1 month. The Octostranded, the Gemini, how's the name? Octostranded, the Gemini Dungeon Labyrinth demonic puzzle game Gate Banter or something like that. I also did it in like 3 weeks. I do complete games in only a month. I find it. I'm actually surprised that I cannot like do 1 room of Respawn Banter in 6 months after that. Okay, I actually did the rooms, but everything is still in the base form. 2. Those games are for being complete and fully done as if they were an actual project. They are more proof of concept. Well, yeah, games made in a month for a jam usually don't require super extra polishing and care about everything. So yeah, you can skim on a lot of things. Like on RTPs, yeah. Something is Wrong with My World Map, use the RTPs, you're right. But that's not it, because I'm not doing the art myself. I'm commissioning some artists, so it's like I'm not doing I don't care about the art, but I'm still not doing a lot. Every day I say, okay, tomorrow I will work a lot about everything, and I end up not doing anything another day. That's awful. Will you market Octo Stranded and put it on Steam? Michael. Well, first of all, that's not a full name. Second of all, do you think it could be a reasonable game for Steam? Absolutely not. If I wanted to put a game on Steam, the best option would be Invalidate. Even if I need to fix it a little. Or maybe Webcam Villain could be a new option, but I need to program everything. Because I can't play multiplayer. I need to program the entire game from scratch. But I will do it. I actually want to publish Invalidate on Steam before Respawn Banter, hoping it gets me some more public. And as a way to get to know more streamers. I hope it helps. I might work on it on stream, actually. My plan is this one. I want to alternate a stream of... Next week I might want to restart streaming game development on Tuesday and alternate some sort of Respawn Banter. I'm also taking Artesio or Glass Dreams because to publish the prototype on the website to get feedback, because I need feedback for the games. And also because the next April Fools I'm publishing Octo Stranded, all the name, on each. So I want at least to publish the prototype, at least translated, so people can understand more characters. And after doing that, and working on the side projects like Drunk Slime Merge and everyone else, I might want to fix Invalidate to make it on Steam for free. Or maybe I can sell it for like €2, so later I can put it on free and some game journalists talk about, oh, free troll game. That's also a plan. I think that's an idea. I really want to stream more development of games. Do you make Octo Stranded for making it a commercial and full-fledged project? No. There's a reason you can do a game in a short time, not commercial one. Which is the reason. For me, the reason is the deadline. Deadline really helps. Lolo is Lolo. Lolo really should publish a lot of her games on Steam. I get that there is the $100 entry fee, but first, the website will reimburse the fee if you sell enough. Second, even if the site doesn't, it's perfect for the portfolio, for visibility, and more people will play your game, so... it's unfortunate that the entry fee sounds so scary. But it's for the best, because otherwise we will have a lot of garbage on Steam. Well, we still have it, but less. But less. Yeah, Steam gives you your money back if you sell enough copies of the game. But I don't think it works for free games, unfortunately. Honestly, it doesn't matter, because I would honestly pay $100 to have the Steam visibility. Oh, we talk a lot. Nice. Okay. We can continue the game. I forgot, what were you talking about? Oh, hey, there's Kalina, hello. Not canon sides, but honestly, canon sides doesn't really... Oh no. She's bugged. Oh no, she's bugging the scene. Oh no. Oh well, doesn't matter. Those bugs. So, they were talking about Rin that went away. Would you rather have Tezuka hide herself completely from public view as if her condition were something shameful? Some people will call it exploitation if we promote that aspect, or discrimination if we hide it. I think you're talking about Twitter in the specific. Or considered we're just being honest about it. There's nothing wrong with that, right, my boy? I guess so. Brilliant! It's true that disability always has all sorts of implications in society, often nasty ones, but brushing things under the carpet won't help at all. I'm sure Sai will handle her side of the issue with delicacy. I've known her since art school and she's most reliable. You didn't see yet how work Lolo put in 15. Yeah, I only played the demo because I don't want to spoil the rest. Unfortunate, but I really love enjoying the games for the first time. And I'm looking forward for playing 15 for the first time and share it on stream. That's why I'm not offering for beta testing, unfortunately. I would if I didn't intend to stream it. Also, I don't know all the effort that it put after what I played, but I know how Lolo puts effort in his games. I'm pretty sure it's made with a lot of attention and care. Why is she going so far for Rin's sake? Because it's you who asked? Oh, she has her own reasons too. Trust is all, man. She's more kind-hearted than she looks. Battle, don't let her know I said that. He gives me a big wink and covers his mouth with his hand, as if to push the remark back in. I remember the curious way Miss Sayonji looked at Rin almost the entire time during our visit to the gallery. Wait, I'm doing this to Michael too. Michael, do you remember the name Sayonji? Does it sound a bell? There is another game where this name appeared. I looked online and I found it, but I didn't remember the name right away. Does it struck a bell to you, the name, Michael? Because you heard it. You played that game. It was like that woman was trying to imprint everything about her into her memory. Or maybe it was that Rin reminded her of something else. Mostly Sai simply adores young people with a passion for art. Her gallery specializes in this very thing. Bringing up-and-coming talent to the public. It's a perfect fit for someone like Tezuka. I don't know if she really wants to become a cheered artist, though. Yeah, she doesn't really want anything. She just wanna try. No money, no fame, no power, no octopath. But I guess that would be a logical next step. I don't have the faintest idea. Like they say, a teacher can only show the door. It's the student who has to walk through it. Or smash it. An old tired saying, but still quite rare. Oh, time for gacha again. Let's go. You got Lair. Ah, this name comes out about. It's still a character for my game I wanna make in the future. So if you can keep it in mind. It's a small boy with a paint on his head. A paint can on his head. A paint bucket on his head. Yeah, I think you already have it. It like appeared like 2 or 3 times. He lives to chat with a pair of second-year girls working on some watercolors.
Even though he said that cliched thing, feels to me like Nomiya is trying to prod Rin through a certain door in particular. But I can't blame him for that. A Diego fan! It's young Diego. Nah, not really. There is a cleric confirmed. No, it's not a cleric. It's a child. Well, what can I say about Lair? Not much, honestly. He likes to draw, because yeah, there's a fucking bucket of paint on his head that's pretty given. He also likes to write stories, though. That are kinda lame, though. The stories are kinda lame. Like, oh yeah, there's the hero that needs to defeat the evil. Then there's the love interest. Oh, they fall in love and they defeat the evil guy. Something like that. Not the best writer, I would say, but still a kid, I know. Wait. About Lair again. Lair appeared in one of my games. You know. Not the main appearance. The main appearance will come later, but Lair appeared in one of my games, you know. I won't say which. May also only have been a name instead of appearance. Still, appeared in one of my games. I love to introduce some characters before making their original appearance. Like Anagram did with the Upper Dam, actually. Michael, what do you mean with stream shrinked, honestly? For me, it's still fine. I literally shoved Rin towards that door. What with my speeches about wasting opportunities and whatnot. Nomiya feels like it's time for him to let Rin test her own wings. He has absolute confidence in this endeavor. I wonder why I can't shed the anxious feeling I have inside of me. It shouldn't have anything to do with me. Maybe I'm just bothered by exactly that. I really don't have any part in this. I would like to be a part of Rin's life, and they're a part of mine. That's love. Like friends, yeah, should be. That's what she called us. I wonder what she really meant. I feel like I'm so far apart from her, even when I'm not. It's the same as with Rin and Emi. I can't understand her. What am I for her? Well, only understanding her is not enough. What a real friend does, and maybe a boyfriend does, is supporting her. Even only friends. Even if we only want to be friends, the second one is still the right one. Friends support each other. They do not only understand each other. Let's go. Sometimes the window is shrinked. I know why, Michael. Because there's an ad appearing. But maybe you have some sort of ad blocker and you don't see the ad, but the stream still shrinks. So there should be an ad, but you don't see it for some reason. Yeah, second one. Wanting to understand her would be selfish. Well, that's a personal thought. I think people are allowed to think selfish stuff. But yeah, to be a friend, you don't only need to understand her, you also need to support her. Understanding is not selfish, because understanding someone means that you want to get to know that person. Also, probably impossible to understand him. I prefer to support. Okay, then I will play the tank. Someone does the DPS, or... It's something that makes you feel better. Well, but if you understand someone, you could... I don't know, behave better in
their presence and maybe try to give her better suggestions or help her better, which is part of supporting. I suppose supporting includes also wanting to help or wanting to understand. I'm not cutting my arms. I'm not Brett Armstrong. What is Lisa is a Katawa Shoujo reference? Or the opposite. Yeah, it is famous Brett Armstrong. She's not missing arms though, only an eye and a nipple. That's a body though, right? I want to be there for her if she needs support from a friend. It's the least I can do. How could I call someone my friend if I can't be there for her if she needs me? Nomiya boisterous laugh fills the quiet afternoon just as the club meeting ends. He pats one of the girls on the back encouragingly. I think about all the things that have led me to this point. All the things I've shared with Rin during the few weeks I've been at Yamaku so far. A nipple if you don't eliminate 3 of the crew. That was a pretty weird choice. But still a conflicted one. I understand so very little in the end, but I'm sure of one thing. If I want to keep going with what I have with Rin, I have to throw myself into whatever it will come out of the exhibition project, along with her. I turn my gaze back at the black mess of a sketch and the near invisible guiding lines the teacher drew over it. No pattern emerges, nothing that could take me further than am I. I put the graphite down on the table and think hard and honestly about what I really want. Being with Amy? Rin, sorry, wrong timeline. I think we could stop here. Oh, it's going to visit Rin. Okay, I feel like it's a perfect moment to stop. Also needs to pay the travel expensive to move there. Maybe got them from the... I don't know, from the parents, I don't know. Is there Han Solo frozen that graphite? I don't think that's big enough as a graphite for that. Okay, we stop here. We played exactly 2 hours and a half. Kinda. Including the intro. And next time we're gonna see Rin, and I feel like the not safe for work scenes are approaching. The next time probably we will see something of that sort. So I warned you. Even if probably you're here for that anyways. Oh well, doesn't matter. So, there's not a lot of people today online. We can raid though Miss Blob. Okay, again the streamer that played Soul Spectrum, the game of Tooned. Rin, he's out. I want to draw a nude. Strip down a model for me. Oh no! Could happen. I don't know. Could. Not saying it couldn't. Okay, thanks a lot for coming by then. The next stream will be on Tuesday. I want to restart making RPG Maker streams. And this game, as always, next Sunday. Are you approaching me? Instead of running away, you are coming right through to me? With the train, I will. So, thanks a lot for coming by, and we see ya whenever happens!